Right, I haven't done a video for a while. I've just got into a short trade here at what was it I got in at? Entry price 25.07. So there. I've just gone in here short. This was news related, pushing price up, and price has dropped since. And I was seeing price coming up against there. So yeah. Price came up, tested the bottom of this candle, so yeah, I was getting in around here when I saw the break. See, I just saw price reacting off of this low and this 15-minute low. So we'll see how price goes. So what time is it? 2:30. Because while I'm looking, there's 12.5 pips. There's 22.5 pips. Now what I'm looking at price doing is breaking through this low and picking up any liquidity that might be down here. That's what I'm looking at. And we can see there was consolidation going on in here. That was the 1:30 UK time, the red news. Push price up, probably took out some liquidity sitting above here. And now I can see price coming up against this area. So what I'm looking at is this area here holding price and pushing price down consequently. So we'll probably just have to wait and see which way price is going to go. This was a couple of trades that I took this morning. You can see neither of them really worked out, but I got out at around break even on them. I mean, it was getting in too early really, because there was the consolidation here. Price through the Asian session was in a pretty tight range. That really, there wasn't trades in here really. I was just pushing it. But what are we going to get here? Really, I need to see price take out this low if we're going to continue. If we're going to continue going lower, the last thing I want to see now, you see that you've got a higher high, a higher low there. Now what I don't want to see is price pushing above here. So we got all this area here to hold price. That's what I'm relying on. You see we had that pop up, probably people going short up here, putting their stops above here. He's created some liquidity up here. Red news, a lot of orders gets pulled out of the market, allows price to push up into that liquidity. It's pushing the price lower. That's what I'm presuming anyway. But like I said, now for this to continue dropping, I need to see price break this low. See just how that little low there is. See, there's just a bit of pop going on. If we take a look at a 15-minute time frame, what's there? See, now we're coming down into these highs, but that was yesterday. This was the FOMC yesterday evening. Yes, 7 o'clock UK time. Price was zipping around there. See, what I'm hoping to see is price come down, get below this low, and pick up any liquidity that might be sitting below here. Even coming down, see we've got relatively equal lows here. Might even see price come down and break below here. And there again, it might just keep going and going and going. And in another scenario, it could just turn around from here and go up. I mean, this is what makes me laugh about, you know, a lot of these people talking about trading, and they'll tell you, you know, oh yes, price is going to come down, sweep liquidity here, and then go up, and whatever else they're predicting. And I just don't know how they do it. And it gets so convoluted, you know, this smart money concepts, the ICT thing, fair value gaps, and whatever else is involved. It's far easier, just follow price. Is it making lower lows? Is it making higher highs? There, that's seeing it from a 15-minute perspective. See, I've got a, what is it, a 20 and a 10 simple moving average. It just helps me get some idea of, you know, what the flow of price, which way price is going. And you see on the 1 minute chart, that's a 300 and 150. That represents the 10 and the 20 on a 15-minute chart. So these two moving averages are the same on a 1 minute chart as they are on my 15-minute chart. Don't know if, you know, if that makes sense. Come on in, price. See, I've almost I've set my target to 22.5 pips, but I'm conscious of where 12.5 pips are, because quite often when price, some days we'll get price moving pretty well, and you can get 22.5 pips quite easy within the daily swing points. But when price is consolidating through a day, 12.5 pips can be a good result. You see, and this swing has started up here. We're already, see, from the top to here, price has already moved, well, 40 pips. See, from here to here was 32. See, this is the longest swing we've had today. But at least we're making lower lows. See, what was this? Yeah, I could have got it if I'd been back earlier. What time was that? That's 2 because this platform I'm with Black Bull Markets on C Trader, and now with the clocks altering, the platform time is an hour behind the UK. So that says 1 o'clock, which is 2 o'clock UK time. That's around 1 o'clock. Let's see how that was. 1 o'clock. Yeah, I see. I could have looked at getting in off of there, but I've got in there. I don't know. But it'd be nice to see price react off of this. You see, price made a new swing low here, came back, spent all this time faffing around above, and then shot below pretty quickly. And now we're going to get a lot of, if things follow the same pattern, which they quite often do, we'll get a lot of faffing around in here. And then if price is going to continue lower, we'll get a sudden burst lower, because all the orders that are around this area get consumed, and then bang, it pops. And I just love it when people can tell you with great accuracy, oh yeah, all the orders are going to be consumed in here, and it's going to pop up or it's going to pop down. I don't know how many orders are in here, even with what's it called, market profile. There's no central thing for forex to know, you know, how much is coming into the market. You can just see it with the candles as they're forming. You know, this is price in real time. And like I said, now it would be nice to see price stay between these two lines. I don't want to see price, you know, getting above here. Just want to see it stay in here, consume all the orders that are in here still, and then pop down. And that will suit me very well. But I don't know if price is going to do that. It's like I said, I mean, this is the biggest swing we've had today. So it's how much more downward motion there's going to be before we get a bigger pullback. And there again, so it depends whether price needs to come down and collect it. You know, if there is any liquidity sitting under here, it depends whether price needs to pick that liquidity up. Really, I don't want to see price coming above there. Where is that on 15 minute? Yeah, see, that's that point. So all you can do is highlight things that you can see happening on the chart and make decisions in real time. You know, like I said, I don't want to see, you know, preferably I don't want to see price breaking above here now. If it's going to continue lower, like I said, I need to see momentum coming through here now. I want to see a burst of momentum. See, we're starting to get it. Now, if I can get a real burst of momentum and comes down and, because what's my target? 17. No, that's my stop loss. 84.5. There, 84.5 is my target. There. That's where I need to see price come to get my 22.5 pips. See, now we've got price coming below here. You know, if price isn't good, if we're not going to get momentum come down and take my 22.5 pips, then I'm going to expect price to draw back into here. See, I'd expect price to come back within that box, and eventually, you know, price draws back into that box, and it continues down, eventually boxes like that are going to, you know, eventually price is going to fall low enough to pick up a pocket of buying, and then you'll see the reverse, and then price will start breaking through these areas and making higher highs, and then we'll have the reverse scenario going on. I mean, price is only dropping now because it needs to find some bullish liquidity to take it higher. See, we've got below this low now. How far have I got to go for my target? See, price might well come back, like I said, within this box. Yeah, I've just moved my my stop to break even plus. See, like I said, the first signs that you know, the sellers are starting to get weaker will be when areas like this start to break. You see, if there's going to be more push to the downside, I need to see this box hold and there's enough selling here to push price lower. See, it comes right to the right into there. The times you'll see that happen, price will push out and come back and test the bottom of that candle. That happens on every time frame. Only it happens a lot quicker on a 1 minute time frame than a monthly. See, now what I want to see is bearish momentum pick up again. If this is going to continue lower, then I need bullish bearish momentum from here. And you're always on tender hooks. You know, you you just don't know. Because, you know, like I said, see, there is a bit of liquidity underneath this area, because we can see what's happening here. That there is some liquidity there. But it's whether or not there's enough bullish liquidity here to take price pushing higher, looking for more sellers. It might, like I said, there's relatively equal lows here, so, you know, in theory there should be more liquidity sitting underneath here. I don't like what's happening. You know, and you can overread it. You can you know, micromanage a trade too much, and you've just got to, because I mean now I'm like I say, I'm at break even plus 2 pips. I'm just going to allow this to play out, because at times you can overmanage a trade. But you know, it's like I said, this is what I see. If price is going to continue lower, then we're going to get a bearish reaction out of that box. If it breaks above here and starts going up, then you know that's the first sign that the bulls are starting to take control, and there's enough liquidity here to push price higher. So you've got this area, and then you see there's this area where there was buying. You know, price might just come up, pop into here, and then it picks up the bearish, the selling that it needs to get that pop lower. So often does price have to go higher to find the selling? There's enough selling to be able to push it to make a new low. It happens all the time. Like here earlier, you see price was buying off of this area. Price was pushing up, and then price breaks through it, and where there was buying transitions into selling. And you know, that's all the market does all the time. But I must admit, I would like to see some selling coming in, because it'd be nice to get a winning trade rather than a break even. How high has price got to go before it will find the selling that I want to see? Is it going to hit selling before it hits my stop? My stop, that's 25.05 right there. Do I need to see price pick up more selling to push it lower before it's my stop, basically? But you know, this is the difficult thing that I find. And you know, people who trade higher time frames and you know say, oh yeah, price is going to come down and sweep these lows and pick up the liquidity and then go higher. Well, how do you know which spot price is going to need to go to? How do we know where there's enough liquidity to push price higher? You know, this could be the right spot. Could be here, could be here, could be lower. And you know, when price goes up, which area is going to push price higher? You know, which area of liquidity does price need to find the buy orders to push it higher? Because that's what you know, smart money concepts, you know, and fair value gaps and everything. Well, I mean, fair value gap is just efficient and inefficient markets, basically. Come on in price, let's see a push to the downside. That's what I want to see. Now, is there... the liquidity to make a new low, or are we going to see a higher low and a break above that high to make a higher high? Because what I look at is the 15-minute chart to determine that. See, there is the low. That's the high of the low 15-minute candle. And then what I like to see, if I'm going to see price really turn around, I want to see price break through the high of that candle and the high of that candle, and then you're seeing price then is really you know, turning around. It's going from bearish by the time it's broken through the high and closed above that candle and that candle's high and closed, the 15-minute candles closed the other side. Then we've really seen a change from bearish to bullish. And once we get the close out of here, I'm looking at price coming back and testing between the high of that candle and the high of that candle. Hang on. Oh, there we go. It's just hit my take profit. It was worth waiting for. But you see what I mean? You see, at the moment, this week has been quite messy. The price action, you know, with news and things. Because when was it? Have I got it on here? Yeah, this is a couple of weeks ago. The price action was quite clean. This week it's been a bit more choppy again. But anyway, that's produced the winner. But I don't know, can you see what I mean about let's see if I can I'll find one from what date's that? That's the 23rd. You see, this was a trade I took quite early in the relatively early. What time was that? That was 7:45 in the morning. And you see, there's the high. There's the original high. You see, there is the low of that candle. And then I've taking the low of this candle, and you see price broke out. Price came back, tested this. There's the high of the candle, a break below here. There was the break below. I'm not explaining this very well. That's not a very good example. I mean, you see here, there's the low. Price comes back, breaks that high, breaks through that high. See, it's not a clean. I'm not explaining this very well. See, and there was price making lower highs. Price was through these lows here, came back, tested, and I went short in here. Because what day is this? That's the 24th. Let's have a look at that on a 1 minute. Yeah, this is where I entered on a 1 minute chart on this trade. You can see price has been making lower highs. So what time of the day was that? Yeah, that was 7:07 in the morning. I mean, that's why I don't make videos, because it's 7:07 in the morning. You know, I'm getting ready to leave for work, and I just allow this to run. Well, this trade I actually set the break even before I left for work. But we can see, you know, price breaks through these lows, low there and a low there, comes back and tests, breaks through that low and that low, comes back and tests. If price had continued going higher here and had broken through this high, if this had continued going and broken through this high, I wouldn't have gone short. It was the fact the price pushed up. That's 7 AM UK time. That's when Frankfurt opens, and we get that push up, and then it stopped. If it had continued going higher, I wouldn't have considered a short, but it stopped going up, turned around, and that's where I went short. Like I said, everyone has got to, they've got to be able to find their own way. You've got to be able to see it in your way. You know, you can't just expect to be able to you know, to follow someone. You've got to find your own unique way of seeing the market and seeing how price moves. Because you know, you can't get inside my head to see how I see it. All I can do is guide people, and you know, if you've got an affinity with the shorter time frames, then you'll be able to relate to what I'm doing. If you're someone who wants to trade the 4-hour and the 1-hour charts and daily charts, then you know, you wouldn't want to be trading on you know, on the lower time frames. But you know, price does the same thing on a 4-hour and a daily chart as it does on a 15 and a 1 minute chart. Because, you know, price will, you see here, price moved down, price comes back up, test that break, there and there. I mean, you still got to come down to the lower time frames to make an entry. Let's see what that looks like on lower lower time frame. What day is that? That's the 8th. Well, this is the 3rd of April. Let's see what that looks like on a 1 hour chart. 3rd of April. There. That's the 3rd of April. Would you be happy to take a short trade from there? Because we've got 2 pin bars here, you know, 2 rejections off of that level. Would you be happy to take a short trade from there? Because if I traded higher time frames, I'd be quite happy to take a short trade right there. Because what time? That's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, UK time. That looks quite good to me. And that is right there, look. What day is this? This is the... Because what we've got is that. Got that. And that. So let's take a look at the 8th and the 9th. 8th and the 9th. You see there, we get another rejection. See, that would be quite a good short from there, you know. And if you put your stop above that high up there, it would just about, I mean, it was red news that pushed price down, you know. It would have given you your profit. But, you know, that's I really like those patterns. When you get that rejection, that engulfing, that's a really good entry. I mean, but that's 4 o'clock UK time. And like I said, you know, when price is up here and red news is coming, you're thinking, you'd be expecting your stop to get hit. I mean, this is why I just trade the lower time frames. Because, you know, I used to try and trade higher time frames, but you know, it would sometimes a setup could take weeks before it materialized, and then you enter a trade and it could take, you know, 3 or 4 days to play out, and it's going your way to start with. It starts coming into profit, you know, like here it's coming into profit, and oh great, and then it starts going against you, and then it's going with you, and it takes days to play out, or it can take days to play out. So that's why now I'm quite happy to play with the 15-minute and the 1-minute chart. Anyway, I'll stop this video here. I mean, hopefully, I mean, what I say is making some sense. I don't know. It's like I said, everybody's got to find their own way. You know, you can watch these YouTube gurus, you know, and because I've watched a lot of stuff on YouTube, and it gives you some good guidance. Whatever you do, never buy a course, because everything that's available, everything I've learned to trade, I've found freely available. And you know, a lot of these people on YouTube, they'll try and draw you in to buy their courses because they're telling you, you know, they're holding something back. I mean, there was a guy I was talking to earlier, well, last week, who was, you know, a YouTube guru, and you know, he's making $16,000 in a couple of months, and he's charging 395 quid, I think it is, for a 3-month subscription to his course, and he won't show a live trade. He'll do everything in hindsight and show you, you know, right, enter here because price did this, and then price moves down, and it's all after the fact. Or he'll draw the candles back and run it through, but it's not in live time. And he's, you know, before you'll see him trade live, you've got to pay him 395 quid for 3 months. I mean, it's crazy. And I can guarantee you, everything that he's teaching is freely available. That you've just got to decide what type of trader you want to be. You know, are you a short-term trader? What are you most comfortable with? Swing trading, short-term trading, and find that out for yourself. And then once you know that, you can target the information you want to learn, and stuff that doesn't relate to the kind of trader you are, you just ignore it. And you know, there's a lot of stuff. These course sellers who are selling courses, there's a lot of information that you can gain from them for free. You don't have to pay them anything, because you know, they give out so much for free to draw you in, and that's what I've done basically. I've just gone around and picked out the best pieces, the stuff that'll help me, and used that in my own trading. Anyway, I'll stop waffling now, and I'll leave it there, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.